Ephesus to buy a rope's end to beat Adriana. The goldsmith demands the money Antipholus owes him for the chain. Antipholus denies having received the chain and refuses to pay it. The goldsmith has Antipholus arrested. Dromio of Syracuse enters with news of a ship on which he has booked passage. Antipholus of Ephesus sends Dromio of Syracuse to Adriana for money for bail. Enter a second merchant, Angelo the goldsmith, and an officer. Second merchant to Angelo. You know, since Pentecost the sum is due, and since I have not much importuned you, nor now I had not, but that I am bound to Persia, and want guilders for my voyage. Therefore make present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer. Angelo. Even just the sum that I do owe to you is growing to me by Antipholus, and in the instant that I met with you, he had of me a chain. At 5 o'clock I shall receive the money for the same. Pleaseth you walk with me down to his house. I will discharge my bond, and thank you too. Enter Antipholus of Ephesus and Dromio of Ephesus from the courtesans. Officer. That labour may you save. See where he comes. Antipholus of Ephesus to Dromio of Ephesus. While I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end, that will I bestow among my wife and her confederates for locking me out of my doors by day. But soft, I see the goldsmith, get thee gone, buy thou a rope and bring it home to me. Dromio of Ephesus. I buy £1,000 a year. I buy a rope. Dromio exits. Antipholus of Ephesus to Angelo. A man is well holp up that trusts to you. I promised your presence and the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. Belike you thought our love would last too long, if it were chained together, and therefore came not. Angelo, handing a paper to Antipholus of Ephesus. Saving your merry humour, here's the note, how much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the fineness of the gold, and charged for fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand debted to this gentleman. I pray you see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea, and stays but for it. Antipholus of Ephesus. I am not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good Signor, take the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain, and bid my wife disburse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you. Angelo, then you will bring the chain to her yourself. Antipholus of Ephesus. No, bear it with you, lest I come not in time enough. Angelo. Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you? Antipholus of Ephesus. And if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money. Angelo. Nay, come, I pray you, sir, give me the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I, to blame, have held him here too long. Antipholus of Ephesus. Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine. I should have chid you for not bringing it, but like a shrew you first begin to brawl. Second merchant to Angelo. The hour still's on. I pray you, sir, dispatch. Angelo to Antipholus of Ephesus. You hear how he importunes me. The chain. Antipholus of Ephesus. Why, give it to my wife, and fetch your money. Angelo. Come, you know I gave it to you now, even now. Either send the chain, or send by me some token. Antipholus of Ephesus. Fie, now you run this humour out of breath. Come, where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it. Second merchant. My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say wherever you'll answer me or no. If not, I'll leave him to the officer. Antipholus of Ephesus. I answer you. What should I answer you? Angelo. The money that you owe me for the chain. Antipholus of Ephesus. I owe you none till I receive the chain. Angelo. You know I gave it you half an hour since. Antipholus of Ephesus. You gave me none. You wrong me much to say so. Angelo. You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit. Second merchant. Well, officer, arrest him at my suit. Officer to Angelo. I do, and charge you in the Duke's name to obey me. Angelo to Antipholus of Ephesus. This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer. Antipholus of Ephesus. Consent to pay thee that I never had. Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darst. Angelo to officer. Here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer. Give him money. I would not spare my brother in this case, if he should scorn me so apparently. Officer to Antipholus of Ephesus. I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit. Antipholus of Ephesus. I do obey thee till I give thee bail. To Angelo. But, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer. Angelo. Sir, I shall have law in Ephesus, to your notorious shame. I doubt it not. Enter Dromio of Syracuse from the bay. Dromio of Syracuse. Master, there's a bark of epidemium that stays but till her owner comes aboard, and then, sir, she bears away. Our fraughtage, sir, I have conveyed aboard, and I have bought the oil, the balsamum, and aqua vitae. The ship is in her trim, the merry wind blows fair from land. They stay for naught at all, but for their owner, their master, and yourself. Antipholus of Ephesus. How now, a madman? Why, thou peevish sheep? The watchship of epidemium stays for me. Dromio of Syracuse. A ship you sent me to hire waftage. Antipholus of Ephesus. Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end. Dromio of Syracuse. You sent me for a rope's end as soon. You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark. Antipholus of Ephesus. I will debate this matter at more leisure, and teach your ears to list me with more heed. To Adriana, villain, he thee straight. He gives a key. Give her this key, and tell her in the desk that's covered over with Turkish tapestry there is a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I am arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. He, the slave, be gone. On, officer, to prison till it come. All but Dromio of Syracuse exit. Dromio of Syracuse. To Adriana. That is where we dined, where Dalzabal did claim me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill. He exits. Okay, Act 4, Scene 2. Synopsis. Dromio of Syracuse tells Adriana about the arrest of Antipholus of Ephesus. She gives him the money for Antipholus's bail. Enter Adriana and Luciana. Adriana. Ah, Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely in his eye that he did plead in earnest, yea or no? Looked he or red or pale, or sad or merrily? What observation madst thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face? Luciana, first he denied you had in him no right. Adriana, he meant he did me none, the more my spite. Luciana, then swore he that he was a stranger here. Adriana, and true he swore, though yet forsworn he were. Luciana, then I pleaded for you. Adriana, and what said he? Luciana, that love I begged for you, he begged of me. Adriana, with what persuasion did he tempt thy love? Luciana, with words that in an honest suit might move. First he did praise my beauty, then my speech. Adriana, didst speak him fair? Luciana, have patience, I beseech. Adriana, I cannot, nor I will not hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old, and sere, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere, vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, and unkind, stigmatical in making, worse in mind. Luciana, who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is veiled when it is gone. Adriana, ah, but I think him better than I say, and yet would herein others' eyes were worse. Far from her nest the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse. Enter Dromio of Syracuse with the key. Dromio of Syracuse, here go, the desk, the purse, sweet, now make haste. Luciana, how hast thou lost thy breath? Dromio of Syracuse, by running fast. Adriana, where is thy master, Dromio? Is he well? Dromio of Syracuse, no, he's in Tartar limbo, worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting garment hath him, one whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel, a fiend, a fairy, pitiless and rough, a wolf, nay, worse, a fellow in all buff, a back friend, a shoulder clapper, one that countermands the passage of alleys, creeks, and narrow lands, a hound that runs counter, and yet draws dry foot well, one that before the judgment carries poor souls to hell. Adriana, why man, what is the matter? Dromio of Syracuse, I do not know the matter. He is rested on the case. Adriana, what, is he arrested? Tell me at whose suit? Dromio of Syracuse, I know not at whose suit he is arrested well, but is in a suit of buff which rested him, that can I tell. Will you send him, mistress, redemption, the money in his desk? Adriana, go fetch it, sister. Luciana exits. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band? Dromio of Syracuse, not on a band, but on a stronger thing, a chain, a chain. Do you not hear it ring? Adriana, what? The train, the chain. Dromio of Syracuse, no, the bell. 'Tis time that I were gone. It was 2 ere that I left him, and now the clock strikes 1. Adriana, the hours come back, that did never I hear. Dromio of Syracuse, oh yes, if any hour meet a sergeant, he turns back for very fear. Adriana, as if time were in debt, how fondly dost thou reason. Dromio of Syracuse. Time is a very bankrupt, and owes more than he's worth to reason. Nay, he's a thief too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day? If he be in debt and theft, a sergeant in the bay, hath he not reason to turn back an hour in a day? Enter Luciana with the purse. Adriana. Go, Dromio, there's the money. Bear it straight, and bring thy master home immediately. Dromio exits. Come, sister, I am pressed down with conceit, my comfort, and my injury. They exit. Okay, that is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed.